Kia ora, dear listener or viewer, and welcome back to Zealand. Fair warning, Zealand is set within a post-apocalyptic world, and so we will be exploring some of the darker natures of humanity. If you are squeamish or the idea unsettles you, please take your chance now to walk away. For now, we return to Zealand.
Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Zealand. I hope you're ready for a big session. This is Chapter 4, and we are eager to get underway, to get back to the bridge. The four of us have had quite a night, and we're actually making it back sooner than they expected us. That's either a good or a bad thing, and I think seeing as we have some boats approaching us, they might not be 100% in the know, but we'll find out soon enough. Having shook off some seals and a kid, I think we're looking forward to getting back to home. Skok.
Alright, so you're back into Auckland Harbour, past the drawbridge almost, and now you're sailing back to the bridge, and two little boats have come to approach you. They've seen you come in. Perhaps for that, did you radio in? I can't remember.
We've gone past the blockade boat.
You
Light
did
signals.
Yeah,
Light
so they.
signals.
We've gone past the blockade boat. We've gone through there. So obviously we light signaled for them, and then
they came
out
in.
through.
Smashing. Right, so as you see these two smaller boats approaching, they both have lights on. You can see people are moving about. You can't quite tell what's going on in those boats as they approach. But is there anything you want to do in the meantime? As you get closer to them, your boat is properly rigged. You all look properly rigged.
Nothing really to do, is it? Just keep an eye out for fucking more seals and kids, and wait for them to come up. Probably whoever's piloting plays slow right down.
Yeah, no, I'd be
let them
taking it right down.
Completely approach us.
I'd have all the lights on that I possibly can at this point on the boat, and I'd also probably just mention we should probably try and leave the blood if we can, or anything else that's on here. Let them clean up afterwards, because, or rather, let them know. I think before they get on here.
Do you think we should tell them about everything, like the guy on the island?
I think we leave.
We've got his crossbow.
I suppose, yeah.
Let's say everything.
It was one guy, just one guy.
As far as we know.
One guy.
We got the goods. Let's do this.
Hopefully they can go back out themselves and go and get it, not us.
Right, as you get closer, about 100 meters out, you see the boat on your right-hand side start flashing its, brightest forward-facing light in a repeated pattern. Does anyone of you actually in-game know Morse code?
Oh, shit.
Or does anyone want to roll logic for this?
Yeah. Not that it's
Or intuition, either or.
Do it.
Logic or intuition.
I suppose I would have got taught when I was spending that year of the army.
No. 65 though.
Yeah.
Look, but I'm pretty sure of that time skip. We did part of the sign language. We also did
Morse code.
Morse code, I think.
Okay, roll plus 20 for you then. Logic then.
Fail.
They're probably going really fast. They're used to people being able to read it real quick. What's something basic that we can flash back at them? Just like twice, maybe?
Yeah, I've done.
Do you know?
I could tried when I was with the army for that year. They did a little bit of training on that, but not really. It was mostly just doing what they told us to do. I could try and guess, I suppose.
Is it worth
Yeah.
trying?
Is it these two?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? Just like remember as base as you can.
Yeah, just like.
Right. Roll intuition.
Intuition. 57.
That is a fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intuition's low. We're not a very intuitive bunch.
No.
Our intuitive guy left.
Yeah.
Didn't even see him leave.
All right. Oh, yeah, Jake.
Yeah, so just saying here, under skills and training for over the 5-year skip, I've got Maori, Russian, sign language, and Morse code.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll give you since you did figure it out, I'll give you a free re-roll then. Since you did figure it out afterwards.
Here we go, Jake. Oh my god, 99! We're off to a fantastic start.
I want to use the lucky reroll one to change from a 99 to a 99.
Okay, it's been a long day. I mean, you've been awake for like 24 hours, hiking, marching, fighting. So yeah, you don't know. As you've just flashed this pattern that you think will mean something, that light goes off. A different light just turns on. That's just pure red, and then you see both their boats stop.
That's not great. I feel like a red light probably isn't very good.
Red light is used for being able to see in the dark.
Yeah.
Without the light going too far. So maybe if we just turn our lights down or off, and
I feel like I don't want to black out the boat. It's going to make us seem like we're hiding something.
then maybe point our lights down. Turn.
How close are we?
You're about now like 80 meters. So you can definitely probably hear the.
You got a big set of lungs on you. Do you want to try and holler to them?
Oh.
Really?
Do go like
Slap him over the back of his fire helmet.
There's start yodeling out here.
Yeah, actually, I learned yodeling.
Do we have any binoculars on us?
But do you want to shout something? You are
Yeah.
definitely within shouting range.
I mean,
And it's a still night.
they let us through. They must have radioed through it. Something. We're over here. Something, I don't know.
It's
Okay.
us.
Yeah, it's us.
Okay, you shout
Oh,
out like we're over here.
Calm down. Shoot the dead first.
Right, you just hear then on like a loudspeaker coming through, just someone, and you recognize him as Steve, just like talking through, just saying, just stop your engines, come to a complete stop. All weapons on the deck.
Start to drop the speed, just not dropping anchor, just lowering the speed right down until we come to a stop. It's relatively calm.
Oh,
still,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll go real low. I'll try and turn off some of the brighter outer lights and just kind of keep the internal ones on. I'll actually turn the cabin light on so we can see what we're doing. They can see us. And I'll go out the back and just start putting down my weapons on the
Give
deck.
my gun a little kiss and put it down. So
Yeah. Put the crossbow down and the other guy's body armor, everything.
the 6 shots that I've got also go down onto the thing.
Yeah, I've just got the spare, so I'll take it out, disconnect it,
Spare what?
put it down.
There you go. Right, so both boats start just moving in a V shape around you and come to a rest about maybe 20-30 meters on either side. And one of these boats, the cabin light does turn on, and you see Steve's in there with a bunch of armed men. And he just talks through the megaphone and just asks, is there anything on that boat we should be aware of?
Not that we know of. We were attacked, but we sort of shook them off before we came through.
We had some close encounters with some infected mammalian life. Seals, I think it was. Sea lions.
Sea lions, let's go for that.
So there's a good chance there's still some blood on deck, so just, if there's something red, don't touch it.
Are you bitten?
Nope.
Nope.
All clear. Happy to do a check.
Anybody else on that boat?
Just the 4 of us.
Just trying to think. I'm just trying to remember now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you didn't keeping the corpses of the seals and things?
No, we were debating that, but we're they probably might not want to have these dead on their side of the boat. So we're no, it's just fucking kick it all off.
Alright. He goes, alright, just hold on, we'll get this boat to you. Just stay calm. We gotta have to check you over. In the meantime, strip down.
We've been naked in front of you once before. Second's fine. I start unbuckling my breastplate reluctantly.
Okay. His boat does a little, wee little U-turn and comes to rest like back to back with yours. And you see he's got 4 armed men, all with rifles. And he just says, "Right, come on board. Let's look you over." Right. As he gives you a good, look around, like him and one other armed man, just go like look under your arms, make sure you're fine absolutely everywhere.
That's gonna have to be seen to at some point.
That point to the
Yeah.
arrow shaft thing that's still in there. I don't think we took it out. We just snapped it so that it's like,
Yeah, it's
No. So
something that's all.
he says, "Don't worry, the dog's still awake."
The guy that's high on speed.
It's not speed.
I think he's always awake.
Lucky for us. And then, as he says that his boat that you're now starts moving away, and the other boat that you see behind you then pulls up to your one, and you see men embark onto like your little boat, and then you're away back to the bridge. You stop over on the northern side.
We clothe back up.
You like strip down.
Yeah, and I know, but I'm saying, do we put our clothes back on? Or are we still naked?
You're still naked. You didn't bring any clothes with you. He's like, oh, sorry. He made sure you didn't bring anything with you. You were just butt naked onto his boat.
Onto his boat.
So you're just like
so they've
standing
taken
there.
our boat away.
Yeah,
with
so
all of our clothes
or
on.
you're on his boat,
Fuck.
and your boat with everything on it is now slowly receding the distance with another boat on there.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
As you go to the northern side, the fishing side, you go pull to where all the fishing boats and everything has gone, and on the way, Steve just looks at you and goes, "You're early. What happened?"
We're fishing.
Did the job. Came back. Figured it would look less suspicious if we were back in time for work first thing Monday morning.
No one notices we've gone. And we got what we needed.
Right. I'll hear from my men what they found on your boat. But it's there. The goods are there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Once I verify, you might have then an extra tidy bonus for being so Johnny on the spot and getting it here this quickly. Right. You pull up to the pier.
As we start pulling up, I just try and get a little bit closer to Jake. Tell him about the guy.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as I see him nod, I'm like,
Okay.
yeah. I'm like, we encountered someone. Think he was just alone out there. Some of the military gear that's on that boat, it belonged to him. There was a crossbow, some very bloody camo gear.
He's dead.
Is this military camo or hunting camo?
Actually, he would know the difference, right?
Yeah, it was military.
Was it military? Okay. Guy wasn't... Did he seem like pretty fit, or was he more like a little bit weedier?
He was tall and lean.
Yeah.
But because his camo was baggy, so you're not sure if it was someone else's camo or if he's just lost a lot of weight.
Right, yeah. So I would try to convey that.
Mhm.
Yeah, good chance it's not actually his. We saw a light when we were approaching the island in the first place. Got to think it was him. It did go off. We tried to signal. Didn't receive anything back. And
He's probably on lookout. There's probably a bunker up there.
You find it?
well, I don't know if it's a lookout or if it's just one guy on that island. You didn't encounter anyone else when you were back there,
No, we didn't find anyone else.
so there's a good chance that someone stumbled across there.
If he's
The
from
last few
Great
years.
Barrier, that means they could already be there now if he don't report back in.
I don't think he reported back in. He was dead long before he could.
Exactly.
If they show up, there's not going to be any sign that we were there. There was a boat in a boat shed.
That's right. We took that, but then we had to lose that.
Right. Was the site disturbed before you got there?
No.
No.
Okay. Hopefully that means Great Barrier doesn't know about it. We might have some
You guys did
time.
it pretty well. Well, it was hidden pretty well.
Oh, extremely.
Right, I'll have a talk with Eddie about that. Right, for now, get some sleep. You've got a day off, and then you can be back Monday morning ready for work. This stays between all of us.
Yeah. Hey, look. any chance we can get something to wear before we walk back through town? I know it's late, but
Have a look at Hugo's shack. Might be some overalls, some fishing gear you can just put on. Just bring it back. He's precious.
we'll be
about
back
things.
tomorrow morning. But obviously, we do need clothes, and those are the clothes that came in on our back. Be nice to have some of those back.
You can attach to my robe.
Yeah, we'll get them cleaned and you can pick them up later.
All right. Where are we gonna go to for that?
I'll have one of the boys put them in your room.
Sure.
Room service, nice.
Boat docked, piered, and the armed men, Steve's men, they just start disembarking. One just turns off the engine, and they just him and Steve just sort of pointedly wait for you to bugger up. No, they're not going to leave you alone with the boat.
Yeah, we go get their clothes and
Yeah, I take the others into Hugo's place. Me and Richie know it pretty well, and we'll get some probably tight and large variations of overalls, and if our clothes are there by the morning, we can both take all of these back.
Yeah.
Only other thing is, pretty sure that confirms that they also have keys for our place. So
Yeah.
I guess that's to be expected.
The keys would matter. Wouldn't take too much for them to knock it down. So
No, it's a shack. Anyway, I'd be happy to see that shack.
let's go back. Let's get some sleep. We got
See
like a
them?
big day of work ahead of us.
Yeah. Check on the others, see how they're doing.
Right. So where are you off to then?
Back home.
Home?
Back up onto the bridge, back towards the shack. Keeping eyes open, trying to see what the Sunday night atmosphere is like on the way back.
Oh yeah, Sunday night. I said you had a day off. No, this is Sunday night. You then works tomorrow. You don't have a day off.
Yeah, Dan in the hospital.
Yeah, I think Dan's in the hospital next,
Yes.
keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
You want to head there first or go straight?
Yeah, we
back?
could actually, yeah.
Just
yeah,
check it
yeah,
in there.
back.
See
Yeah.
if he's still like there with
Somewhat
the vet.
alive.
See if the vet's okay. So
And actually, yeah, you should get that seen to tonight.
Yeah, that's a good
getting
idea.
a bit gross.
All right. So as you walk through,
It's nice.
it's in the middle of the night. This is well past 12 o'clock. So it's deserted. This place is an absolute ghost town. As you walk through, past the center of the bridge, past the housing development, you can hear noises from inside, very muted, quite quiet. It's not like people are having a party in there. This is normal from your experience. Once it hits nighttime, people do just start to settle down. You do see armed men occasionally walking through, everywhere really. As you go from one end, from like north end down to the city and where the hospital is, you would say perhaps in total, like you've seen 8 armed men, excluding like the ones you saw from the boat.
Yeah.
So that's about the policing force at night.
It's kind of like assault rifle kind of.
You see them with a variety, from shotguns to assault rifles,
Wow.
hunting rifles. One seems to have like an MP5. No standardized gear or no standardized uniform.
Are we aware if there's an actual established like curfew or anything like that? Or I guess it's just Sunday night, but like, are we aware like you're not allowed out? Or anything like that?
There's no rule that you're not allowed out. There's these implied unwritten rules. You don't go to some certain places, and it's just been like a thing. Stay inside. It's safer that way, just to stay inside at night. But like none of the because you went and got traced. So by the time you got back out, you were alone. You weren't there with Steve and his men, and none of the other armed guards questioned you or anything. You saw maybe one stop and give you a long look, wait for you to pass type thing, but no one said, who are you, what are you doing at this time? They seemed fine with you walking about.
All right.
Yep.
Smells really bad.
Smells like fush. As you get into the hospital, you see a few people there, the vet being one of them, a couple of other people asleep, and then you see 2 of your friends.
Dead.
We do? Hey!
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's weird not seeing you in a box.
It's weird not being in a box, yeah.
And there's no delay. It's amazing.
And we don't have to
I
stop
have to
talking
buffer
as
still.
soon as you start.
Yeah,
We should have
no,
made like a little just cardboard rectangle just to sit.
I'm trying to have it around your frame. Yeah, there we go. I'll place it on top of you now.
Watch me not do that.
All right, Nick. But Dan, you've been out. So you're still like knocked out. Well done. You get a sigil for your good acting.
There you go.
Nick, you can at the moment choose if you want to be awake or not. You would probably wake up as like the door opens and 4 blokes step in.
Smelling like fish.
And you just go, ooh. So what you most likely would have done in your absence, you probably just hung around, keep an eye on him. While you were also on the bridge as collateral for these 4, your movements weren't inhibited. They didn't stop you going anywhere other than those areas you shouldn't go to. Okay. So you had as much free reign of the place as you normally did, but I presume you'd also just keep an eye on him. And because it was the weekend, so there was no work to do. And the vet is the vet. So he is awake, by the way.
Good to see.
You see him like sitting in his chair, just like not like sideways on as you come in, just like,
Hey! I walk up to him and like,
fuck, what?
and I show him my wound. That.
Did I do that?
No. Go ahead.
All right, find a bed.
I go lie down.
Okay.
How's he been?
The hell's he been?
Unconscious. Stable but unconscious. The vet says his hip won't heal, but I mean it's not coming off yet.
Yet. You will be a torso by the end.
No, all the limbs will still be there, they just won't work.
I think there's some replacement ones. Yeah.
Bionics.
Okay, and as you guys chat, the vet's just getting things from cabinets and stuff.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's good news. Maybe.
Better than what it could be.
Yeah. I think we should be careful with the fight nights.
No more fight nights for Dan.
For Dan or for me?
I mean, if you can play that off as some kind of like disadvantage, maybe you'll be able to get like a bit of like a bet against you. Yeah.
That's no fun.
Yeah, just like limp around town a whole heap, and then people will bet against you, and then that's when you do what you do. Yeah, I mean, it's nice having extra funds, but at the same time, yeah. And if you keep winning, then I guess the payout won't be as good. So, yeah.
All right, but then you see the vet come over here with like a tea trolley full of things.
Give me the good stuff, Doc.
First thing is like you see a bottle of whiskey and he just like pours a bit over your wound.
I
Have
look
a
at
drink.
the whiskey and... No? Okay.
And then you just get some. Then he just like says, "Oh, someone want to hold him down?"
Yeah, that's alright.
Grapple. It's like Lance on him.
I don't even remember. He was the guy with the hand, and he didn't really react to it too much. I don't know if it's nerve damage or other kinds of damage, but
I got
Other
hands.
kind of damage.
his hand. Sorry.
He has hands.
Well, kind of.
So glad
This
this
is gonna
guy's
be
the
interesting, yeah.
That's why you had the wound to your hand.
That's the
To your
reason to your
arm,
arm.
because it's your hand.
There you go. Mystery solved.
Mystery
Flaming
solved.
Yes, that was great.
Yeah. Right. He like tells you to set up for a bit, so you can just have a look. So you just like broke it off, right?
Yeah, I think we just broke it off so that it doesn't get in the way of...
Okay.
like, it doesn't get caught on anything and cause more damage, but it's just, I think it's still in there.
Okay. He has a look and he goes, "Oh, I need to pull that out."
Yep.
Do you want it, or we can just
You can pull it out and I can keep it as a souvenir, but yeah.
Right.
Take the pointy bits away because otherwise they're going to think that I'm going to stab someone.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Tell me about it.
Roll masochist.
Yep.
If you need an assistant, he was helping you out back in the old days. I don't know if you remember. It's been a long time.
It has.
45, success.
Fantastic. He just gets like some pliers and just like puts an arm, like a hand on your shoulder, and he's like a foot on your chest, and he just like yanks it straight out.
Nice.
He goes, "You shouldn't play with these things, man."
Yeah. I try not to.
And then it's just some more whiskey, and he just bandages, he stitches you up, more whiskey, and then just like some bandage. He goes, "Know what you're doing?" And like
We're all
very,
gonna die.
and you see like he very conscientiously puts everything back, nice little rows. He goes, "Need any help?"
I'm right.
Okay.
Need us to sign anything?
Who are you?
Doesn't matter.
He goes away, puts his stuff.
Have I now got like a giant bruise on my head from where I was put out?
He puts the mallets back on like the top shelf.
I see this guy's Professor Petricide. Ah.
Well, look, we can tap out. One of us can stay here for a bit if you want to go back and
Okay. Yeah.
have a proper rest before tomorrow.
I'll do that.
I'm quite awake, I can say.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe it is good if you stay there with that.
Yeah.
True.
You know him best as well, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got more room on that one mattress as well.
Yeah.
I can get all to myself.
Look, we'll swing by in the morning.
Sounds good.
Hopefully I'll have clothes by then.
Cool.
We'll see.
I'll sleep naked anyway.
Let's go.
All right, so the four of you return home. As you get into your lovely abode, it looks the same. You can't see if that anybody has been in here, or it just looks exactly the hovel that you left it. Who's got the best luck amongst you four?
50.
60.
55.
Oh, shoot, it's me.
Nice, roll luck.
Lucky. Alright, here we go. First roll. 3.
Success.
Hey!
Okay.
That's divine intervention right there.
So as night passes, you'll have as base of a sleep on that uncomfortable mattress as you can, and as the light peeks in through the windows, you're all awakened by a guy roughly unlocking your door, and then you just see it open maybe like a foot and a half, and then like a black rubbish bag just comes like flying in, and it just like close it, and you just hear the thing just bang shut, lock, and you hear footsteps receding.
Okay, Monday's rubbish day. Remember that.
Alright.
First rubbish.
I just kind of go towards it and just kind of empty it out on the ground, just start sifting through.
It's your clothes.
Nice. Good.
First recycling.
Do they seem like they've been cleaned, or...?
They are still wet.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Hopefully it's a hot day today.
Oh, man.
Is it salt water?
Right. Yeah, I'll just... Because there's this shirt that I've got on.
Exactly home.
Just some jeans.
No.
I just start putting everything on and just
It
Take
squelches a bit.
take your pick. I think those are my socks, maybe.
I love wet socks.
yeah, I just, get dressed in all the wet stuff.
Everyone starts
Yeah.
fighting for the sock with the least holes in it.
Yeah.
Right, so it's the morning, it's Monday.
Alright, we'll go get some breakfast. Go some
Yeah.
breakfast for these guys, and then go to work.
Other than that, is there anything specific you guys want to do for the day?
It's Monday, right?
VMAX.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to be after we bring some stuff over and all the rest.
I guess we'll
Yeah,
try and find Steve afterwards or Eddie just to talk about, see if we can just follow this up quickly about
After work or after breakfast?
probably after work, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they'll get
so you want to
angry
go to that.
and maybe
Yeah.
we'll just like try and see if we can just gossip as usually with whoever we're fishing with or vice versa, whoever we're working with during the day.
yeah.
Just get more answers as like we're usually doing. Just
But yeah,
like
bef-
subtle questions, you know. about
Before we split up, I'll just suggest maybe we keep our mission on the down low. Don't talk to anyone about it, just in
Yeah.
case, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you walk into the hospital.
Yeah.
And then we fucking killed the guy. It was awesome.
Right, so for breakfast, you want
stuff. You
to...
work in an office too, so it's around the water cooler.
That's 80% of the work.
Alright, so for breakfast, do you want to splurge or do you want mystery meat stew?
I think this is a splurge time after a
Right.
meeting like that.
Yeah.
Try to. Yeah.
I'm
Right.
vegetarian too, so I ain't having that mystery soup anymore.
Yeah.
Well, even non-vegetarians shouldn't. But... Right, it's going to be cost about like 20...
Oh, that's a good selling point.
Yeah. Going to be cost about like $20 per person for breakfast, which is looks to be mostly tinned food and like starches, like so breads and potatoes.
has taste.
Make the most of it.
Yep.
Yeah, just really, really savor it.
So everyone clock off some money. Okay. And we'll just
$20 each.
yeah. So we'll run through the day.
Oh, I'm down to $8. I gave you heaps of money for your guitar.
Oh yeah, but thanks to the guitar. At least that's still in the room.
Yes.
I'll pay for your account.
Yeah? Oh, shit. Dude.
Max seems to be in almost the exact same condition as when you left. Right. So for the day, who wants to gossip?
Not possible. I work in an office.
Might just like if we're not a few go, usually he puts up this one. It's usually me and Scott, one other guy. So just like ask the guy maybe about if he's done any like missions out off the bridge or is he aware of any people that come and go often?
We're just trying to find out about general happenings on the bridge as well. General gossip would be good.
Right, and you guys go do some heavy labor with Mike. All right, so everyone who does want to gossip, roll diplomacy. But Dan, you get a +30 because you're in an office, and that's just all we do in an office.
67 success.
Oh, nice. You're gossiping.
Fail.
I have a diplomacy of 50. It used to be the set.
Can you use your persuasion?
Oh, yeah.
Diplomacy?
Oh yeah, that's a pass then.
That's a 73 pass.
Okay, fantastic.
Nice.
I'm really persuasive with my
You
gossip.
are very persuasive. You're like, no, really,
No, honestly.
what's going on?
Okay, so you want to know about like other than goings on. You want to know about like missions outside. What do you want to? Anything specific? Other because like they'll gossip about literally everything, and we could be here like me just talking to myself like for the next 2 hours about it. But
Please do.
but what's anything specific that you want to know about?
That we had spoken about that we wanted to find out about this place?
I guess it would be like for you'd probably be inquiring about, the yellows or whatever, and Eddie.
Well,
I think we'd try and work out just more about.
So I'm
Eddie
trying.
and
So
stuff
me personally, I want to find out a little bit more about the actual
and stuff.
Eden stuff. Like, has anyone what happened to Eden 5 years ago? Like after I heard of the last breakout kind of thing that happened. Is it still a thing? And just that sort of information.
Okay, so Eden, there seems to be a cool relationship between the bridge and Eden. It still exists. It does smashingly well. I think you did find out this out before. Like, so all the starches really comes from Eden. So that's what they produce for us, and we give them. And so this is new: manpower, weapons and ammunition, other sorts of combat abilities like fuel, any other type of weapons, explosives, and of course drugs. So we provide them pretty much manpower, we can call it weapons, and narcotics of different flavors.
Is there a history of people being transferred from here to Eden based off of combat ability?
Transferred? No, but...
Or loaned to Eden?
Yes, frequently. So if Eden needs something and, the bridge is a bit low on anything, we can just say, fair enough, what do you need us for? We'll send a team of 5 to go clear this building out or take care of this matter.
And is there always a specific group of people that get assigned to that? Or is it just pick whoever's available at the time from different departments, similar to how we got sent off to...
Yeah. Have I used an H before? I don't think I've used an H before. Sorry, asking the person who keeps the notes.
An H.
H is Hugo.
Oh,
But there's a C and a B that we're not aware of.
Yeah, B.
no, B is the workshops.
Oh, yeah.
You just haven't met Mr. B.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, there's more alpha letters in the alphabet.
There is. That's the thing, because I had a good one for an H, but no, that's Hugo.
There might be more than one.
Yeah. So actually, I had another one I forgot. They say, Danny's dogs. So if you see anyone with a D in there, which you really won't around the bridge much, we loan them out.
Okay.
Danny's dogs.
And like, see...
Because I was going to go with Harry's hounds, but
Oh, right.
Harry's
Hey,
hounds.
man.
Yeah.
So I wanna go Hugo.
And is there a procedure for sort of slotting into specific roles on the bridge? Like, I know we got assigned based off of strengths, but is there a way to, if I wanted to potentially down the road work for Danny's dogs, is there a way of Like a career path. Almost.
Career pathway.
Upwards mobility.
Yeah. They, or rather horizontal. They tell you that it'll have to be between Louise, Danny, and Steve.
Oh.
So your boss, their boss, and Steve, who runs the joint.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha. Sweet. That's sweet.
And of course, the other thing that they say Ida provides is what's called the priest. That was like the bishop here was one of their conditions.
Does it almost seem like Eden? I think I've asked this before, but does it seem like Eden's getting more out of the deal than the Bridges? And does it almost seem like they're sort of the...
It waxes and wanes. So with the supplies that the bridge gets in, the more supplies they get and the more the balance tips in the bridge's favour. But lately, there's been problems with getting a lot of fuel in. So that...
Right.
I know, right? What happened there? So that has, we can't provide as much there, and that's why they say you won't see any of the dogs around, since they're now full-time working there just to make some, to make up for the lack of fuel. Narcotics are running low. So at the moment, Eden stops the food no one here eats other than mystery meat. And even that's going to be more meat than mystery by that point.
What mystery meat is?
People gossip, but no one has a firm answer.
What's the most popular?
Oh, people think it's people.
Okay, cool.
No one just says it. No one,
that's
no
fine.
one's saying it. But no one knows. Like, that's the thing. Like, Wyatt, in charge of all hospitality, he's got his people on it, and only people that has at least like 3 teardrops and a W is anywhere near production of mystery meat.
Cool.
Right.
Good to know.
Yeah. As for on the waters, you're fishing with a bloke named Lance. He knows you went out, so like it's not a surprise to him. He goes like, "Oh, has anyone gone out?" Yeah. You.
Sure, Lance.
He says
I saw you naked last night. Right.
He was on the other boat.
Yeah.
So he helped clean up your crap. But he's not overly bitter about it, So he knows what happened. He says that they tried not to, mainly because, they haven't found unborn animals yet, but there is a lot of mammalian sea life that can be infected. Dolphins, normal seals, sea lions, they had a problem with orcas, and that's why the chain lock door thingy is now on, because orcas once came in, infected orcas.
So that bridge that goes right down to the bottom of the
So he says, so it's a massive chain that's about a meter above that stops normal ships coming in, but it's got almost like a chain link fence that runs straight down and with weights to the bottom, and that took him like a good year to reduce it, and that was because of the orcas. It's big enough for fish to go through. It's about a foot wide, so they're now reconsidering it because maybe a small seal could get through a hole this wide if it really wants to, but all they had to deal with was dolphins and orcas, and infected seals killed each other off, the smaller ones, so only the big ones they had to deal with. So yeah, for more than a year they haven't gone out, they haven't had a need to go out.
I guess that would be pretty on my mind considering what happened on the ocean the night before, so I'd probably I'd probably look at Scott and then look at them and say, have you guys ever seen those things, those people?
Everyone's heard of, the kids, They just call them the kids. So, when he says, so if you hear, any of us, and he points to his tattoo, talk about the kids, it's not normal children. We sort of stopped talking about kids as kids because, the kids, we've all heard of them. It's mainly, Mike's people at the doors, and he says, Danny, if you don't know who Danny is, you don't have this meta knowledge. But he says, yeah, it's money Mike's and Danny's may have to have seen them firsthand. But yeah, we all heard of them, the kids.
Right. Yeah, Kid ran into us last night. Managed to get on board.
Like in the water.
Yeah. So either he's waiting out there for us or he swam out to meet us. That's a lot of effort for a kid.
How big was he?
You had a bit more of a closer encounter with him.
Yeah, kind of just looked like maybe, like a small 4 or 5-year-old kind of looks like in size, I suppose. But he was strong. He was pulling me under.
And can he fit through a 1-foot gap in a fence?
You know what? Yeah, probably. That or even climb or go around it.
Yeah. If these people, right, we'll have to have a chat with Hugo and Steve, see if we can do something about that fence.
If they're any kind of smart, I imagine the light, activity, and all the rest will
Draw them.
Either scare them away or draw them.
All right. Well, on talk of Hugo, maybe you can make sure every boat that comes out is armed from now on until things...
Might want to try and check around the sides as well, because he clung on for a good long while, so there's a chance they can...
He reflexively steps back from the edge as you say this.
Yeah. I mean, if they are smart, any kind of smart, they could hang on to the bottom of a boat and sail right on in.
Maybe there's something we should talk to Steve about later as well. Kind of forgot to mention that last time.
I'll talk to Hugo. See if we can get some more security on the boats. Maybe peer them out further.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want a kid hopping from the boat onto the bridge.
No. Can't imagine that'd be good for things. Don't want to disrupt the calm.
All right. Fishing continues. Oh, roll luck, both of you. Just roll luck.
Come on.
Minus 10. So minus 10.
Alright, 50.
Minus 10.
Oh, 87.
Yeah, 87.
Oh, whoa! Wow.
Dude! You both
Holy
catch an equal
shit.
amount of fish
Yeah.
today.
I mean,
Zero.
that's what it's
Not very good
about.
Yeah. You both get what?
I'm glad we showed
the
up to
same
work
fish.
today.
We get the same
Yeah,
fish.
you get the same one.
Something's on my line.
You catch the same small tarakihi fish.
Catch each other just from opposite sides of the boat.
Yeah.
All right, back at the bridge with Mike and his boys. No trucks coming in today, so just a whole lot of moving everything from here to there. You both failed your gossip rolls, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So nothing. I mean, they'll still talk, although Mike does run a tight ship, so too much talk gets him upset. But you still do hear the occasional gossip, people talking about other people. Nothing pertinent to anything really. It's really just bullshit gossip that they talk about. So you hear more, you get to know these people a bit more better and get to know about their relationships and anything, but nothing that you feel you could leverage beyond the general sense of things. Right. Most way through the day, you wake up in incredible pain and quite woozy from everything that is inside of you.
Yep.
Yeah. As you do move, you do see the vet just come check you over. He doesn't really talk or he doesn't look you in the eyes at all. He just get your limbs moved and poked and prodded. Otherwise, you are sort of left to your own devices for the day. You can feel that your keep wanting to say left leg is entirely immobile. So you can, if you touch it, you can feel a very dull sensation. You presume some sort of analgesic medication is stopping the pain, but you can feel the weight of your fingers and stuff, but you can't move it. So you can't move your left leg at all.
Okay.
Right, and so
So it's just kind of just locked in a standing position.
well, no, you can move your leg.
Okay.
You can with your hands, you can physically
Okay.
move your leg. It just
It bends and stuff. I just can't do it by myself.
yes,
You've lost control.
exactly.
Yes.
Right, so the day work day then comes to a close. What do you chaps want to do?
Reconvene.
Yeah, reconvene, have a chat over dinner.
Go find Steve after dinner or something like that. Or
I'll probably not have mystery meat this time. Just and then as I'm eating, I'll say, "Oh, that shit's people."
And everyone's like, tastes good.
We can't be sure. I mean,
No, that
we bring in a lot of fish.
yeah, no, that's definitely people. The fish is for the elite. I've got a pretty good authority. The office likes to gossip.
Gothic workers.
Helicopter. Nice.
Right, all of you roll. Who's got the lowest luck amongst you? Okay. You two got 50, 50, 60?
34?
34?
No, 50, I think.
50. Jake.
50.
Yep,
34. Roll luck.
Oh dear.
Of course you have the lowest luck.
91 fail! Oh.
Right. Pandemonium erupts on the bridge as everyone sort of like stays still for a second, and then you hear a helicopter in the distance. Why not? It's on tape.
Yeah,
you hear a helicopter in the distance, and then suddenly people start freaking out because clearly the bridge does not have a helicopter.
Yeah.
Or most people probably don't.
So just people start trying to like.
Nick, what do you see?
So, just taking on the 1 second to say, you see pretty much everyone without a tattoo either freezing, either getting that sort of like rather than fight or flight, they get the freeze or flight. They either freeze, or you see them just run in the general direction of the housing development.
Yeah.
Everyone with a tattoo, you see, starts looking around, and if they see their boss, they run towards them.
Right. And we're just like at the table. I'm just like trying to look to see if I can see this thing. Just like
Yeah, I'm gonna look around to see if I can see it. But
Right,
Nick,
it
what
gets
do you have to see?
it gets louder and louder. People are even the people who's frozen now get scattered. And I'll give it 10 seconds if you want to do something within 10 seconds.
Everyone's going to the bosses. Let's go to our bosses.
Yeah.
I look around to see if I see the
like
screen.
how loud does it sound? Does it sound like it's going to be coming overhead? Like soon?
It's like and it's getting louder.
I just do the other side. Say
and
if it's
louder.
bad, it could be really bad, and I'm just gonna roll underneath the table that we're eating at, and just kind of like hunker underneath there for a moment. I should just to be out of sight.
I'm gonna look around to see if I see the office crew rushing over to.
You don't see Louise. You see some of the ladies from the office, and they just gap in it.
Go find my boss.
It's coming back around again.
It is.
I just be underneath the table. You're underneath the table.
Yeah, because
All right,
we're not
so
going to go find our boss.
you-
He's like under the bridge.
I'll get
I
to
will
you.
follow
What?
up with these guys.
Alright.
Huh?
I'll
Okay,
follow up with these guys.
you two go look for Mike.
As they're running off, I just shout, "Good luck!"
Right. Roll. You three roll. No, you don't. You two roll investigate. While Dan, you hear it as well, and you're just not sure about it. And then the bit comes over and goes like, "You hear that?
Sigil.
It's not just me. It's not just me." Yes, that's a helicopter, isn't it?
Yeah. Pass. Yeah.
He takes out a syringe and he goes, "You want it? Or are we going to find out what happens?" He says full of like a clear liquid. You want to find out what happens, or you want... And he shakes it suggestively.
I'll wait.
Nice.
He takes the cap off and he goes, "Let me know." And he just like lies down on the bed next to you, and you can just see he's like pumps up his hand and just injects it, and he's like 2 seconds later he starts just swaying, and then he just like collapses on the bed.
Oh my god.
Right, you two rolled.
3.
Oh, fantastic.
39 pass.
39 pass. Right, you start going towards the city side of it, where you always work with Mike. You get just to the edges of the housing development on the center of the bridge, and you see other people from your crew, and Mike's already there. Right. Single thing you want to do.
Just ask, is that ours?
Right, you go, "Is that ours?" He goes, opens his mouth to talk, and something explodes on the...
Dodge.
Holy shit!
Fuck!
Something like explodes, and it's not on your side of the bridge, but you hear it as you hear the helicopter coming back around. It's on the city side of the bridge. You see it explode, and it's not quite dark
Please
yet.
looking for someone.
City side is more closer to the office blocks, right?
Office was like, yeah, so that's not office and the hospital, so you feel it.
Oh,
So outside the window, looking out over the bridge, you just see flames and like the windows smash in. As you just hear and feel this, and you all just hear an explosion. You see smoke coming out.
Did I get like stripped down of my stuff, or am I just basically wearing what I wore Fright night?
That except that your pants have been cut. So you're wearing one leg of a pant, and the other one's just like
I'm
flapping.
just wearing 4-day old clothes without a pants leg.
Pretty much. Your undies are clean. You don't want to know.
okay. Nice.
There's no big pant.
All right.
You have like
Make of
this
that what
bag
you will.
next to you.
But yeah, you're just an old post. You do know that. Well, you do know because you can see there is a wheelchair at the edge of your bed.
God, helicopters and beautiful beds. Fuck.
All right.
Birds are bombs.
Yes.
Okay, so explosion happened. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
What do you two under the table want to do?
After hearing an explosion, I turn to him and I say, I don't think it matters if we're in one of our freaking shacks or under here. Wherever is going to be bad.
I think we should probably just stay.
Do you see anyone else around? I mean, as long as they don't have targets, right? I'm just trying to look to see if there's anyone else in the kind of.
There's still heaps of people. A lot of people have gone under the desk. Some are trying to hide against the sides of the building. Some jump across the counter into the cafeteria building.
Yeah.
You see at the edges of the courtyard, the little square, Nick, Jake, and Vedant, huddling there with a group of people. One of them you saw is his boss, Mike.
I guess we'd be looking towards the explosion, but it still sound like it's circling.
You hear it in the distance. You can still hear the helicopter is around, and the explosion is on the other side of the bridge, so the housing development is between you two. But if you peek out from under the table, you can see the smoke rising beyond that side of the bridge.
Did it sound like it was close when the explosion happened?
Yes.
Okay.
And here it comes again.
Wonderful.
So you hear
whatever's going on out there.
And as it approaches, you hear now.
We're looking for someone.
Yeah. You hear gunfire from what you feel from the bridge at wherever this is. You can't quite see it yet, but it's getting very close.
Yeah.
What do you want to do as it gets closer and closer and closer?
I turn to Mike, whoever. What? Yeah. What do you usually do about this sort of shit? Does this happen often?
Right. Mike just crouches down, hands above his head as another explosion rocks. And before this one, can everyone roll perception? You get a plus 20. Oh wait, no, you get plus 9 because you're still woozy. So
Yeah.
Always a pass.
always a pass. How well of a pass?
51.
66.
So it's a flat roll.
I got a 66 as well. What is with this dice tray? We keep rolling the
Did you
same
both
numbers.
fail?
Yeah.
You both hear the exact same thing. Nothing.
Yeah.
22 pass.
Oh, nice. Lucky number as well.
Yeah, that's my right.
Once you do that.
All right. So we pass or fail?
Failed.
So nice pass, good pass. Just before the explosion, you heard what sounded like a sound. You hear, sort of got it. It was a rocket launcher. So something went before the explosion. And then, of course, something on the north, the city side of the bridge, once again, just goes boom.
Hey, do you remember when you guys had access to one of those?
Yeah, I know.
Blew it up?
Yeah, I know.
Right. Once again, you feel the impact now through the windows. Nothing left to explode inwards the glass anymore, but you can once again see the explosion on the bridge, more to the south, more to the city side now.
Can I hear where the gunfire is coming from?
Definitely from the northern side.
I'm
And
gonna bolt that way.
okay, then
Seems
So people are shooting back, right?
yes, or attempting to, from what you can hear. The gunfire is coming definitely from the bridge.
Let's find that. Let's get you guys some guns and you guys start shooting.
Yep.
We go towards the shooters.
So they start running across the courtyard?
You two see them run. They're at the edge of the course, so you just see them run through the little streets towards the north as it approaches once more.
I know we hear gunfire,
Yeah.
but do I hear the distinctive sound of a big fuck off gun being fired?
You hear a big gun being fired, but it is more rapid than your gun.
Okay. So I don't hear my gun being fired.
As,
Did you two run as well?
no, sorry, I'm staying here. As they're running, I'm just going to say,
Good luck.
I'm going to say, they're probably going to fire at the people who are firing at them.
That's true.
Just stop, because can we see, not traces, but
No.
actually, no, none of them would have traces, right?
No.
Yeah, so they probably wouldn't be able to see who's firing it. Other than muzzle flashes,
Yeah.
but they're from,
You know,
I don't know, they have infrared.
You know the cafeteria it's
We
real
don't
close
know.
to the bar and
No, the bar's on the city side, because that's where the entertainment area
It's
is.
It's the wrong courtyard.
There's a gun.
This is this is the northern
Cafeteria
courtyard,
side, yeah.
the square more, the city square.
I feel like we need to get onto something a bit more fortified.
Right, you three run and you get to the other edge of the development. You're quite close to the hospital. You see its windows have been blown up. And the little It's not a merry-go-round. What's the thing goes?
Oh,
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel is
God.
gone, torn apart.
Ferris wheel. That's the only thing this bridge had going for it.
You also see Eddie's house as partly now missing.
Oh no!
So because it was like a nice 2-story, thing, you saw like they had to truck this thing maybe in parts or something. The second story is no more, and it's now on fire.
Oh, do you know what?
Because the Ferris wheel was quite close to it. So the Ferris wheel and the brothel is gone.
Not the brothel.
So you hope Patricia's doing well. And
It wasn't Mum.
It wasn't Mum. It wasn't Mum. We found that out. Yeah.
She moved.
and then half of Eddie's gone. And you see here, like, this is where the people are, because this is where the armory is. And you now see people pouring out of the armory and shooting. So as you run in, you see the tail end of a helicopter going away. And you see in the distance, sounds like it's circling back.
This is the most greatest meta event ever.
This is awesome.
Right. You're also quite close to the hospital.
Is the vet staying out?
He's John. Like, he didn't even flinch.
I said, Richard, they're probably going to be going for structures. I think if we stay in the open here, but under this, we'll be okay. I mean, this ain't going to do nothing, but it's helping me.
I probably not going to shoot it alone.
There's two other people who seem to be as unconscious as the vet. Well, I'm going to take that as an explosion, but we just get on. So they're as unconscious as the vet, and they have been the whole afternoon you've been awake.
Okay.
Other one is on one side is some cabinets that have been put in there. They didn't come with the prefab. His little desk, and those cabinets are full of drugs, medicines, and his tools. Otherwise, it's an assortment of walking sticks, crutches, and a couple of wheelchairs, one next to your bed.
I'm going to try and haul myself, try and pull that wheelchair over and haul myself into it.
Right, I won't make you roll for it, so you will get it eventually. It does take you a wee while, since it's at the foot of your base. You can sort of rotate your way around. You feel it's a little bit floppy. Your leg is actually completely out of your control.
Yeah.
But you do eventually get to it. What would be your next course of action before something happens?
We've got chainsaws.
Or a minigun.
Yeah. I would, have a quick roll over just to see if there's maybe something I could grab out of the cabinet before I.
There are a variety of tools. So you've got pretty much there's all your scalpels and things. Most of them look a bit blunt. You get a selection of just normal knives. You see a good old few chefing knives with some blood on them. Hammers, screwdrivers, pliers, those sort of things. Like a good old hammer. But nothing of that you could reliably use as a long-handled weapon or anything.
Yeah.
But if you want a chef's knife or something, go for gold.
Grab that hammer and just stick it under my butt.
You can.
And then I'm gonna roll for the door and try and figure out which way's out.
Fantastic. You get to the door, and in that time, you three have gotten to that. I described the scene. You see the helicopter circling back. It seems to be a civilian helicopter.
I'll probably spin for.
So it doesn't have it's quite far away, but Nick can most clearly see with his base perception. It's not a military helicopter. It's a civilian helicopter. It looks like the things they use for traffic or the news or that sort of thing.
What is the time of day at the moment?
So this would be around 5-ish, going on to 6. It's summer, so it's still bright outside. The sun is definitely on its way down, but you've got a couple more hours of light.
Is the armory?
If there's any guns that are lying around here that you guys go grab or
is
go in the armory.
Is my gun around?
Okay, so you three want to head for the armory?
Yeah.
Right, you get into the armory when another explosion drops. You've got the lowest luck. Yeah. Since you're with them, roll luck.
Stay away from this guy.
47 fail.
So how much of a fail is that?
My luck is 35.
Oh, so it's only
12.
Yeah.
12.
34, yeah, so 13 failing.
Right, so as you get to the armory and you see one of Steve's men in there, he recognizes you and he throws you 3 weapons. It's not your weapon, he just throws you 3 weapons. That's not your luck.
Yeah, I grab it and I ask him, do you have my big gun?
You don't have the time, because as soon as you grab them, the next explosion hits. It misses the armory by a hair's breadth and travels on and hits like a building just on the opposite side of the square. And shrapnel just comes out and hits all of you. You get a minor wound. Well, hang on, no. You get because you roll 7 plus shrapnel, so you get a significant wound, and all of you just roll a d100 flat to determine the hit location.
So it's reversed, right?
No, just roll a flat.
Just roll a flat.
54.
88, which is 61.
One leg.
So what that
So you're
is
relatively
your right arm.
Yes. Okay.
So so the building like right next door.
Is it the minor wounds?
Minor wound. No, it's above 20, so it's insignificant. So you take a significant to whatever you rolled. As the shrapnel hits you, and the shockwave just pushes you two against the wall of the armory and throws you like head over heels inside the armory.
Okay.
And that is where we're going to end this session.
Oh boy,
that is good
went
shit.
from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. So please join us next week where we continue this this madness that is starting to unfold. I think we have a very long night ahead of us, so please do join us next week. Same Z time, same Z channel. For now, we have been your survivors. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay breathing.